Hi, this is Wayne Toups, and you're listening to the Sounds of Louisiana. Hey, ça ici, c'est Wayne Toups. D'après écouter le son de la Louisiane.
Today on the Radio Random Network, I am honored. This is the relaunch of Sounds of Louisiana. And all this time, we've been focusing on local and regional musicians. And today we are joined by he's an innovator. And he's also in a creative mindset. I guess he invented his own genre, ZyDeCAJUN. He is a Grammy Award winner, and he's Louisiana's favorite son. It's my honor today to talk to none other than Le Boss, Wayne Toups. Mr. Wayne Toups, how are you doing today, my friend?
I'm doing good, my friend. How are you?
Awesome. I'm kind of marking out a little bit, as we talked before we started. I've been playing live music since I was 15 years old. I'm 30 now. And if you're in Louisiana and you have a band, you want some slow jams or you want to make the crowd hit the floor, you got to play some Wayne Toups. So been covering your music for years, That's somebody, we traveled one time, I think to Florida, and we did Tupelo Honey. And somebody said, hey, you doing some Van Morrison? It's like, no, man, that's Wayne Toups.
Well, I'd love to claim that, but that is a great Van Morrison tune that I redid 20 years after he done it. It's been really good for us. It's a great tune. As a matter of fact, I recorded that tune before I heard the original version by Van Morrison. The guitar player in the band was doing the song on some of our shows. And the guy who signed it to Mercury back in '88, Steve Popovich, requested that I would do the song and put it on the Blast from the Bayou CD. And it come out that way. I hadn't heard the original. I just went by what the guitar player was doing, and I just kind of made it my own,
Yes, indeed. So, Wayne, let's go back a little bit. Let's talk about how it all began. Where did this all happen with the music thing? I mean, was it something that was always in your household?
Well, you know what? I think it probably trickled down from one of my uncles that played a little accordion, but we always listened to, this Cajun, the Cajun music and our heritage, all of my young life. My brother listened to it, my dad listened to it, and, my uncle, my whole family listened to Cajun music. I mean, I grew up listening to Ira LeJeune and Delton Richard and Elvis Roger. And later on, Cookie Chenier and Dewey Boffa and Nathan Asher and all them. The music has been in my blood, so you would think the first instrument somebody would pick up would be a guitar, but I picked up an accordion. And the rest is history. The good Lord gave me this wonderful gift. My brother taught me my first song back in 1972, the beginning of 72. And it was just, like a whirlwind. I picked it up like wildfire, and I went with it. And here I am today talking with you on the telephone. It's been a great ride. We've had ups and downs, but more ups than downs. And I thank the good Lord for continuing to guide me in the right direction. And that's definitely one person I don't want to let down.
Amen. Now you said something pretty interesting right there. You said, everybody seemed to go for a guitar, and it is very rare to see somebody, especially in today's, I guess, mainstream music, that a front man is either a guitar player or they play the keyboard or piano.
That's right. But I have to say that we attended the Grammys in 2013 when the band Clubio won for Best Regional Roots Music album, and I noticed that there was a few acts that have, it's not a squeeze box, but they are sliding toward that rootsy sound. I mean, Mumford & Son, there was a couple of other bands that were there. They used an accordion in their music. And, I was very impressed, to see that, it's getting a little bit more recognition than it has in the past, you know?
Now, were there any challenges coming up as far as maybe when you first started, like maybe trying to get bookings and whatnot? I mean, did you get any crazy?
Well, listen, it's always a challenge. Everything in life is a challenge. Life is a challenge. It all depends on how far you want to carry yourself. You know, where do you want to go? What do you want to do? What level you're shooting for? You know, I'm shooting for the stars. That's what we do. I mean, professional musicians, and me especially, I really, really continue to enjoy what we do. I mean, it's still a lot of fun, and we're coming out with new material, and the band is really sounding good, and we're having a lot of fun together. So it continues to be a challenge to put this music in the eye of the public. Grant you that, you know, we do not get the media attention as alternative or the big country acts or rock and roll or, you know, what have you. But we continue to do dates every year throughout, you know, in and out. You know, we continue to hit the road and we, you know, we're booked over 100 times a year, hoping to do more every time, you know, a new year comes around the corner. We're hoping to do more dates that year. We love to work. We love to share our music. And, sometimes it's tough. Sometimes it's tough, but that's when you have to dig a little deeper to satisfy yourself. And that's what we do. And we hunger for it every day.
Yes, indeed. What you were talking about shooting for the stars. Now, when you first started, did you ever imagine, now, I mean, you've had #1 hits and everything else, but you're a 4-time Hall of Fame recipient. Did you ever think you would be Hall of Famer Wayne Toups?
Well, you know what? I truly believe that I'm one of those kind of artists that, you know, I've never done it for the rewards, or I'm sorry, for the awards. It's not about winning awards. It's about, you know, making good music and having fun doing it. Trust me when I say, you know, winning a Grammy and being in the Hall of Fame, I mean, that is just, you know, something that I can't explain how it makes me feel to be in that category with those other musicians. I mean, it's just, it's a phenomenal thing. My feet still haven't come off the ground for the Grammys, you know?
Yes, indeed.
It's pretty amazing. So, you know, I believe that, you know, we continue to do it because we love the music and we love what we do. And if the awards come, we'll definitely find a place for them to put them up somewhere in the house, you know, and appreciate them like everybody else.
Yes, indeed. And you was talking about your feet not hitting the ground. And just in the past 8 minutes from talking to you now, I know when we started out this interview, I kind of put you on a pedestal, so to speak, you know, and what you, I mean, you are, for me, somebody that's, led the way for inspiring musicians that want to follow in your footsteps. But, you know, how do you, with everything that you've accomplished, how do you stay so humble? I mean, what's your secret?
Yeah, you know what? I have a really, really good family, and I have good friends, and I have God in my life, and He continues to guide me down a path where it keeps me humble because I appreciate everything, you know, I get. And, you know, I look at the Grammy every now and then, and I show pictures of it, and, you know, be holding it, and I tell them it's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. I mean, there's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that has went into that. I've cried many a times. I've heard a bunch of times. That's how you make really good songs. You know? And you know what? And the happy times of your life, you get to write some really joyful stuff. So I mean, you know, it goes both ways. And you know, having that balance is what makes good music. You know, you get to learn as you go, and you get to appreciate more and more, even from the good or from the bad and the good. So you have to learn to appreciate that, you cannot take anything for advantage of anything. You have to consider that the worst might be around the corner, so you have to do your best every time.
Yes, indeed. Now let's talk a little bit about your music. Now, naturally, I mean, when you think Wayne Toups, you Take My Hand. That's the song that comes to mind. And can you tell me a little bit about that song? Is that something that was written by you, or was that something that?
But no, I signed a one record deal with Swallow Records out of Bill Platt, Mr. Floyd Swallow, and he pitched that song to me. It was written by a 13-year-old boy by the name of Travis Thibodeau, and I think he had released it about a year before I came out with it, and I thought it was a great song. But he did it a little bit different than what I did. I took it and I made it a Wayne Toups, type of song. And, yeah, I thought his cut was good. Everybody thought my cut was great. It's just one of those things. I guess I delivered it the way that everybody wanted to hear it. It's a pretty amazing song. And, we get requests for it, day in and day out. All the time. Every show we play it every night. And we have to. I mean, they want to hear it at the beginning of the show, but we save it till the last.
Yes, indeed. Now, you talking about your band and everything a little earlier, ZyDeCAJUN. Now, Mike Birch, is he still, he was your drummer, correct?
Mike Birch is back in the band. Rick Lagneau is back in the band, and Freddie Pate is back in the band. The only player that's not from the Fish Out of Water days is Chevy Foreman and my son, Darryl Wayne Toups.
Oh, okay. Well, and that was another question I was leading to. Your son, he does he still play the percussion in the band?
Sure. Yes, he does. Yes. Mm-hmm.
And let me ask you, what kind of thrill is that to be on stage performing and look over and see your son on stage with you?
Well, it's an amazing feeling, him and I, we've been through some tough times together, but it's an amazing feeling to look over there and, to see the joy in his face that he enjoys the music as much as I do. And I feed off of that, and, it just gets in it to play harder, and it's exciting.
Yes, indeed. Now, being busy, playing over 100 shows a year, and winning Grammys, and being in the Hall of Fame, and all that, and we'll talk about this in a little bit. Your new recording project, your new album that will be coming out soon. But what do you do in your downtime? What is something that you Wayne Toups from the stage and Wayne Toups home? I'm sure it's two different things. When you flip that switch and you have to pull in and do the honey-do list, so to speak. How do you relax?
Well, me and the wife like to ride our ruckus. We ride bicycles. We like to kayak. I love to play golf. And I love to fish. And you know what? We rarely ever be able to find some time for it, but every now and then we have to make time to kind of enjoy ourselves together because we're always around everybody, So, it's a lot of fun. Every now and then I get a chance to go play around the golf. I'm not a golfer, but I love to chase a little white ball and have fun,
Yes, indeed. Now, what do you listen to other than, the stuff that you're recording and everything, but if you were sitting at home and you wanted to listen to some music, what do you listen to? What is your preferred,
Well, you know what? Here lately, we've been listening to the Lady Gaga Tony Bennett record. It's been really, really great.
Really? Lady Gaga, Tony Bennett?
It's amazing. She's an amazing talent. Of course, everybody knows Tony Bennett's been an amazing artist for the last 65 years, But she is amazing. The record is amazing. They did a bunch of covers of old swing tunes from the 40s, 50s, and 60s. The 20s, 30s, and 40s. And it's pretty amazing. But, I still continue to listen to the Allman Brothers and Amos Lee and Devin McLain and Stevie Ray. Of course, you know what? We love Zach Brown, and we like Chris Young. So I mean, we kind of keep, I have a darling little wife that keeps me in touch with the now sound. I don't like everything, but she will push something on me and see if I like it, and sometimes I do, and it's some of the now music, and it's pretty fun. Like she let me listen to Muppet and Son and the band Fun. That's all great stuff. I really enjoy listening to it.
So, I mean, naturally, we see it when you perform. I mean, it's just pretty much from the first note, it's just a big ball of energy and great songs and everything. What kind of preparation do you put in, I guess, pre-concert, pre-show before you go on to entertain? Is there any kind of special ritual?
Well, we all have our own little deal that we go through. Every artist has a certain little thing that he does. Even if football players, baseball, all pro athletes, musicians, they all have their own little deal that they go through before a show. Vocal warm ups, make sure I drink 2-3 bottles of water. Enjoy the surrounding of the band, talk to the guys, lift our spirits up before we go. We thank God, so it's, in the afternoons, the day I play, I don't do anything. I try to get my 2.5 hour nap in the afternoon. It's, those kind of rituals, Of course, I have 2 baby English bulldogs that we have to take care of also. So we have to prepare to send them off if we have to go off for overnight or stuff. So, it's a chore. It turns into a chore. I got a 65-pound bulldog named Butkus and a 35-pound bulldog named Bertha. And they're a handful.
Yes, indeed. They're like kids, aren't they?
Yes, they are. They're my babies. So the wife and I got our hands full sometimes with that, but you know what? We tend to work it around our schedule, and it works out for us.
Yes, indeed. Now, let's talk a little bit about the cruise that's coming up here in the next couple of months. It's the Wayne Toups cruise, correct?
No, it's coming up next Sunday.
Next Sunday? You're leaving next Sunday?
December 7th through 14.
And can you give us a little insight on?
Sure. Yes, we're going to be on the Royal Caribbean Navigator. To attend our concerts, you have to go to a travel agency by the name of Travel Machine out of Lafayette. We still have some cabins open. And it's a great cruise. We go to Falmouth, Jamaica. We go to Grand Cayman. We go to Cozumel. We played 3 concerts on the boat, maybe 4. Our special guest is ZyDeCAJUN and Ryan Foray. The shows are between 2 and 2.5 hours a night. It's a lot of fun. This is our 3rd one, and we're always excited about getting together with our friends and having a party for 7 days. We get off at each port of call. There's a Travel Machine sets up a party at one of the hot spots, and they play Wayne Toups music and stuff, and we have a good time.
Now you just spoke about Ryan Foray, and he's from the famous Foray family with the music and everything. Is that somebody that maybe you kind of mentor a little bit? Because I noticed there's a lot of when you listen to his music, you can hear I guess that ZyDeCAJUN influence, so to speak.
Well, you know what, he's never said, but I feel that those young guys like that they grew up listening to what I was doing. I think they get a hold to that soulfulness that I sing with. Of course, I learned that from also listening to Aretha Franklin and Otis Redding and Percy Sledge and Ray Charles. So I mean, they've probably grabbed a few little things that I've done over the years. But I mean, there's a bunch of special artists down south that they could have learned all that stuff. I learned from singing from ZyDeCAJUN, probably the best singer, one of the best singers out of Louisiana. And still to this day, he's 72, I believe, and still can blow our socks off when he sings. He's amazing.
Yes, indeed. For us,
go ahead. We're all close knit. We all have our different views on what we do, musically. But when we come together, it's definitely a joyful feeling to have that musical gumbo of three different artists that do different kinds of music. And we're going to be using my band to play anything. Those kinds of stuff's really wonderful. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I look forward to it. And that is December 7th, Sunday. We're leaving out of Galveston.
And you'll be back just in time to hit the Texas Club in Baton Rouge, correct? December 19th.
I'll be at the Texas Club on the 19th. Yes, sir.
That's right here by the house. I'll probably make some arrangements to come out and hang out with you guys.
Awesome, man. And we're also we're doing Cypress Bayou Casino on the 27th, and then we're doing a free New Year's Eve concert at Evangeline Downs.
Wow, that's awesome. Free. On New Year's Eve. Where else you can't go anywhere for free on New Year's Eve, man. How did they pull that off?
Well, you know what? I talked to him last week, and he says, look, man, I just talked to the director, and we want to do a free concert. I said, are you serious? He says, yes, sir. I said, well, that is great, man. You know what? I can't wait to start promoting it. So it's going to be us and ZyDeCAJUN. It's going to be a free concert New Year's Eve at Evangeline Downs.
Yes, indeed. Now, the last few minutes of the interview here, let's talk a little bit about your future projects. Now, before we started the interview, you was telling me that you've been traveling back and forth to Nashville. And
yes, sir.
You have a new album, or I guess it'll be coming out in the near future. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
You know what? I've been working on this recording project for 2.5 years. I carefully picked and chose the songs from some great writers that I know. Randy Boudreaux and I have written 2 of them together. And Mr. James Stroud is producing the record, and Jake Burns is our engineer. They're just amazing guys that have made this project really, really flourish. We recorded it. We did the tracking at Dockside Studios in Milton, Louisiana. And we did a lot of overdubbing there, and also at Studio 6 up in Nashville at Loud Music Studios with Mr. James Stroud and them. And I have to tell you, it's an amazing project. I have some very special guests that have come to play and sing on it, and I look forward to the release of it. To me, I've never sounded better. It sounds real good, and we are so excited about it.
Yes, indeed. So we can be expecting some brand new songs.
Well, you know what? We are hoping and praying that by spring, it should be available. We're definitely shooting for that spot. So.
Well, let me ask you, Mr. Wayne, what is the process of elimination whenever you're picking and choosing songs to put on your album?
You know what? I pick songs that fit what I do, what I can actually do to make the song mine, but also stay within my limits of vocal ability, and just good songs that I can make people believe. Picking songs, it's not an easy thing to do, and I just don't want to pick just any song. I feel that the public deserves a full record of good songs, not 3 or 4 good songs and then fillers. No, if they're going to buy my music, they should be able to get their money's worth. And what I do is I try to pick songs that everybody can like. But I have to like the song first.
Right.
You know, so, and this is my 16th or 17th record. So, I have a pretty good record of trying to find some really good songs to where my fans are like. And, hopefully we can pick up some new fans by maybe stretching the rules a little bit. That's all I'm going to tell you about it,
Well, hey, I can find out more. The listeners can find out more by going to www.WayneToups.com to keep up with.
Well, you know what? And listen, being an artist, you have to continue to expand.
That's right.
You expand on what's being played, what people are liking. How can I incorporate that into the Wayne Toups sound? Even if I have to nudge a little bit toward, you're still gonna hear the squeeze box, and you're gonna still hear my southern accent,
Yes, indeed.
But it's my job to explore the possibilities that, we can sound on, the level of everybody else's sound at today's sound, so, and that's why I was so excited when James Stroud came in, and, his record speaks for itself. So, I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, indeed. Now, before I let you go, Mr. Wayne, is there any inspiring words of advice that you can give to up and coming musicians that might want to follow in your footsteps?
You know what? I mean, I believe that staying true to yourself and having a good Lord in your life and staying humble. You continue to try to improve on the qualities of your instrument and, your singing, your musical abilities. You try to improve on that all the time. Now you can't concentrate for half the time and expect to play it all the time. You have to concentrate on it all the time. And you have to want the whole ball of wax to be able to succeed in this business. I mean, and listen, some of us got it, some of us don't. I mean, that's just the way it goes. It's the good Lord that gets involved and gives us this wonderful talent that we're able to proceed forward. And some of us call it success, some of us call it lucky.
Yes, indeed.
Or fortunate, I can, I always say that, I feel very fortunate that, I was given this ability and this gift to be able to play and separate, myself from, and really separate, I still continue to play the traditional music, but I also continue to advance and play cutting edge. And it's exciting. And every now and then, I go back and I play those old songs that I grew up on because I love playing them. I mean, that's what I grew up with. That's the heart and soul of Wayne Toups. The tradition is so wonderful down in South Louisiana. I wouldn't trade it for nothing in the world. The music, the food, and the people are just, they're irreplaceable. And I love them. And I'm going to continue to love them. But I'm not going to stop trying to progress musically, and, try to get the music that I grew up on, to expand it to the world. They need to hear how much fun we have and how good our music is. And, if it takes me going to another 20 or 30 countries, then I would love that.
On behalf of myself, my co-host Mudtooth, our listeners, who we call the Party Animal Nation, and
Party Animal Nation.
That's
all right,
it, man. And all the on behalf of all inspiring musicians out there that has spent many nights in the honky tonks playing your music and I guess looking up to you in a way to lead the way. I want to say
that's flattering.
I want to say
Very
thank
flattering.
you very much for your, sharing your talents with the world. And
Thank you.
it has been an honor to sit here for the past 30 minutes and allow you, or you allow me to take your time today and for you to share your story with us. And I hope you all the best. And
well, I appreciate it. Thank you so much, my friend.
we will be putting your new stuff in rotation as soon as it comes out, and we will share all your links and everything.
Hi, this is Wayne Toups, and you're listening to the Sounds of Louisiana. Hey, ça ici, c'est Wayne Toups. D'après écouter le Sounds of Louisiana.
Hey, that was awesome, man. I do appreciate it, Mr. Wayne, and thank you very much. And we're going to promote the hell out of it, and we're going to start promoting all your stuff on social media, period. We'll share like everybody else.
Please come up and introduce yourself, please.
I will do, man. Thank you very much. I'm going to let you go get back to your busy day, and again, thank you very much, Mr. Wayne.
Thank you, my friend. Take care.
You too.